The topic, obviously, that it's like the big elephant in the room, right? It's
Oh,
age,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like the perception of
Yeah.
age. Yeah, and I know you're ready for this one. I doing some research. We did some research here that a 2023 CLIA study revealed that 48% of North American travelers think river cruising is only for retirees.
Yep. I'm super surprised it's not higher.
Yet nearly 36%.
Yeah.
So was I, but actually, yet nearly 36% of new river cruises are between 35 and 54 years old.
And that multi-generational.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's an upswing. It seems like, a lot of them think that it's for retirees, but it seems now there is like almost like a curvature going into like younger travelers and the river cruise. Like, give us. I'm sure you have a lot more of data and research on that.
Actually, I'm more of like, let's just talk about what we really see and how humans are and how they want to travel. Obviously, we also read COVID. More people like to travel with their families or with their friends because they couldn't. We have connecting rooms, which is nice. But at the end of the day, I told all travel advisors, don't wait to start selling river cruise till later in your career, and don't wait to start offering river cruising until your clients get near retirement, because people are just different now, right? I mean, come on. Like when I was growing up, I at least got on a plane a couple times, and then right after college, I went to Europe for 3 weeks. But before, in previous times, you had to like work, retire, go on your few tours, and call it a day, call it a life. So it's just travel is evolving more and more. Younger. Here's a trend I see. I believe this because I'm like, my son at 16, far more mature than I was at 16. That kid's emotional IQ. I can leave him home alone. My mom would not have left me home alone to the duration I have left him. They're kind of like old souls. So I think younger people prioritize what they love earlier on because they've seen us all. Either our generation or the generation before, we have showed them the path of not doing what you love, of not living the way you love to live. So they're like, you know what? It might be someone who's in their 40s who is not as wealthy as the person who's 70 but guess what? Every dollar they have, they spend on travel. And when they travel, they're luxury. Yeah. And we want to deliver to that. And again, just back to the flexibility and just the intimacy. And I mean, it's just not a cookie cutter thing. You're going into towns. I mean, how many people have heard of Maastricht, Netherlands? I've never been there. So cute, so amazing, so great for like bars and shopping. And you're like, oh, we're like, and you always can. I love to shop on, for clothes in particular when I'm traveling because it's a good conversation starter. So it's just like, what? And there is European river cruising is simply an easier way to open up Europe to somebody, And I just said this, I think on another podcast I was doing. It was like, traveling's about getting out of your comfort zone. Don't go on a trip and expect it to be exactly like home because you're going to stay at home and save a lot of money, right? So push yourself. And then, but if you are out on a river cruise and you're a little outside your comfort zone, then you would run back to the ship and get pampered and taken care of. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
Let me ask you. Tell me what makes Riverside so much different than all the other river cruises that are out there.
It's really the crew and the culinary. The crew, magical, amazing. I mean, the two things that get me up in the morning are my team and the crew on those ships, because they are being their authentic selves. They are delivering a highly personalized level of service that is so true in who they are. And it is a different feeling when you experience service that way. It is a different feeling, it is, because I know, especially Americans at times, like we want things, but we don't want to be over, we get a little like, oh, it's too much, but our crew is going to read the client, give them more or less of what they want, be real to them. And it just, it's magical to watch. And then the culinary, like I said, I mean, you are not going to get, okay, here's a little proof point. Take it for what it is. Right now, the Recommend Readers' Choice Awards or voting is live. There is a category, Best Culinary for Cruise. We are the only river cruise line listed. The other lines are ocean.
That's amazing.
Well, congrats. We won't win, but I think just being in that mix, that says a lot.
No. You're going to win. You're going to win because you're on this podcast and our 500 subscribers are really going to push it through.
So,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You know, and then there's all the other, stuff. But if you want to boil it down to like, listen, if you value amazing food and you value really cool, not stuffy, sweet service, Riverside's the line for you.